Hey guys, Airtius here, Air for short. I'm going to summon a Light and Darkness scroll, and I'm going to talk about the runes for whatever monster we end up getting. Now these are just suggestions, and you don't need to follow them if you don't want to, but also feel free to leave any suggestions of your own in the comment section below if I don't suggest something that you think might work. Um, yep, so let's do it. 5, 6, 7, 8, summon. Lightning. Okay, cool. This is the Light Lich. Now, he is a defense type, and his skills are Soul Summoning. Summons the souls of the dead to attack the enemy 2 to 3 times. Each attack has a 40% chance to decrease the enemy's attack speed for 2 turns. So that's usually pretty good against Necro, because it has multiple attacks on the first skill. Something to keep in mind. Sinkhole inflicts damage to all enemies with a hole that consumes souls and recovers by 50% of the inflicted damage, absorbs the enemy's attack gauge by 15% with a 15% chance for each attack. So 15% chance is not very high. I'm pretty sure this skill hits 3 times, which is also good for Necro. So this guy might actually be useful for Necro. And then he recovers some of his HP. Then we have Endless Attachment, passive. Becomes invincible for 1 turn if your HP falls below 50% from above 50%. So I don't know why they write that. Basically, if it drops below 50%, he gets a shield for 1 turn, or an invincible shield, so he can't take any damage. Which is fine. It basically just keeps him alive for 1 extra turn if people are focusing on him. It's not a great passive, to be honest. They're probably going to have to buff this. Yeah, just because I mean, if you raise him above 50%, like if you heal him a little bit, then that's great. Then the shield will reactivate. Every time it drops below 50%, it activates. So this skill, the fact that he heals himself with the damage, is really good for this passive. And then pairing him up with healers is really good for that passive as well. So, he's a defense type, but he has to heal himself based on attack power. So I'm already thinking for Necro, if you want to use him for Necro, it could be a pain in the butt if he ends up doing a lot of damage, though he probably won't be the one doing the most damage. If he's stolen, that stupid passive would get really annoying. But if you want to use him for Necro, the general build for any Necro team is Violent Revenge. With this guy, he's a defense type. So you're going to do... I wouldn't really tank him out, to be honest, just because his skills are not useful unless he does damage. He only has 1 debuff, and that's the attack speed. Oh, and then lowering this, but it's 15%, so likelihood is not very high. So I would do attack percentages with this guy. I would rune him kind of like an attack monster. He's probably not going to do a lot of damage just because he's not an attack type, but I don't know, it's an idea. So attack percentage on 2, maybe you could do a combination. He's a defense type, so you could give him defense percentage on 4 or defense percentage on 6. Otherwise, attack percentage on 2, maybe crit damage on 4, attack percentage on 6, and crit rate substats. That's an idea with this monster. If you're looking for that debuff, then accuracy substats are really good for this monster. So yeah, if you want to use him for Necro, that's an idea. I don't know how great he'll be for Necro, but maybe. Now, if you don't want to use him for Necro, and you just want him to be a general helpful monster, you can also do vampire runes with this monster. Now, if you go Vamp with this guy, he'll heal himself with every attack. And I know with the vampires, Vamp runes, it does stack on top of any skill that already absorbs HP. So he'll do 50% of the damage plus an extra, I think it's 30 to 35% more HP as far as the vamp runes are concerned. So he'll heal himself by like 80% of the damage he does. That being said, he's not an attack type, so he might not do that much damage. But vampire runes could be good with this guy just to keep that passive going. Vampire, if you rune any monster with vampire runes, generally you want their attack power to be high. So again, attack percentage on 2, crit damage on 4, attack percentage on 6, crit rate substats. With this guy, accuracy substats are good, and defense percentage or HP percentage is also good. I don't know about using him as a support type just because his skills seem a little unreliable, but if you want to rune him more for backup, then you can do, 2 sets of energy runes, 1 set of focus runes, and then tank him out as much as possible. He'll be difficult to kill, but he won't really do that much. Now, another way you could also do with him as a support type is you could give him Despair runes. Now, a Despair rune will give him a chance to stun on that skill that attacks all enemies. So that's pretty good. Despair runes, so he'll become your stunner, basically. Now, just so you know, even though the skill attacks, I think, 3 times, and this skill can attack 2 to 3 times, it will be the first hit that has the chance of stunning. That's how Despair runes work. So if you go Despair on this guy, I would do Despair Accuracy, or Despair Guard, or Despair Energy. And then maybe Speed on slot 2, HP percent on 4, or defense percentage on 4, and then either accuracy on 6 or HP percent on 6. Now, just so you know, Despair runes don't require accuracy. They force an enemy into stun if it activates. You cannot resist Despair runes. So if you're just hoping to use the stun, you don't care about the other debuffs, then do HP percent or defense percentage on slot 6 instead of accuracy, and just look for your accuracy substats. Yeah, so he's an interesting monster. He's probably not end game as of yet. They may have to just change his skills up a bit. So yeah, so that's Violent Revenge, Despair, Focus, or Energy, or Guard, 2 sets of energy runes, and 1 set of focus runes. Vampire runes, I would do Vampire Blade. And then with the more attack builds, attack percentage on 2, crit damage on 4, attack percentage on 6 with crit rate substats. Or with the tanky builds, you want speed on 2, HP percent or defense percentage on 4, HP percent or defense percentage on 6 with accuracy substats. So those are my suggestions with this monster. Leave any suggestions of your own in the comment section below if I didn't suggest something that you think might work. Till next time, peace.